Halong Bay is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a popular travel destination in northeast Vietnam. The bay is famous for its islets that number in the thousands. In part 2 of my Southeast Asia trip, I went on an overnight cruise through the bay to experience the picturesque views.
Good morning. Today is day 3 of our Southeast Asia trip. As you can probably tell by the title, today is the day I am going on the Halong Bay cruise. By far, this is the thing I've been looking most forward to in the whole of my Southeast Asia trip. Everything I've seen online, Halong Bay looks so beautiful, so stunning. So we're going for 2 days and 1 night, and it was $270 for 1 room for the 2 of us, and that's all inclusive. So all the meals are paid for, all the activities are paid for, and all the drinks are paid for, I believe. So yeah, I think that's pretty good value for money. I've never been on a cruise before, so be excited to see how it is. It's a 2-hour drive from where we're staying in Hanoi to the pier where the cruise sets off from in Halong Bay City, or is it Halong City? I don't know which one it is. So we could have arranged our own way to get there, but we decided to make use of the private transport, the private shuttle service. It's going to cost us about £25 to £30 to go from here to the cruise, which is about a 2-hour drive, and then another 2-hour drive back tomorrow. So 25 to 30 quid in total for 2-hour journeys. I thought it was pretty good value for money. Just arrived at Ferry Terminal. It's very efficient. They checked us in within 5 minutes and they put labels on our bags, and they said they'll take the bags themselves to our room. So it's already there when we check in into our room. But yeah, it's very busy, very efficient around here. All we need to do now is wait for a smaller boat which will pick us up from the terminal and take us to our cruise ship. Thank you. What's your first impression? Hello. Got our own reserve table. It's insane. It's so classy, so nice. I feel like I don't deserve this.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on board. On behalf of Korean cruise member, we would like to say thank you so much to all of you for choosing our Korean photo vacation. We're very happy to serve you.
Right, we've just checked into our suite on this cruise, and it's so much better than I thought it would be. I mean, just look at it. We've got the beds over there. We've got this mesmerising view over here of the whole of Halong Bay. I mean, just look at it. I just generally have no words for it. Got a little sort of coffee machine over here. Got a little shower over here. And then got a bathtub as well, which also gives a nice view of the bay. Considering it was 270 quid for the night for the 2 of us, it's absolutely insane how luxurious this room is. I feel like if you were to do the same thing in Europe, it'd be well over 500 quid. And yeah, it's just pretty much everything is paid for. The only 2 things that isn't paid for are drinks from the bar and if you want to book a spa / massage. But other than that, everything else is included. So yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm just very excited for the whole trip. But now it's time to get some lunch. I've just come to the top of the cruise now after the lunch, and that lunch was so good. There were 5 courses and each course was just on the money. I'm incredibly full as well. But yeah, just thought I'd show you guys these views again. I genuinely have no words for it. It's that beautiful. I'm so glad I did this. Yes, this is probably the most expensive part of my whole 2-week Southeast Asia trip, but right now I feel like it was worth every penny. The top of the cruise boat is this little lounge area where you can sit and sort of just admire the views. When the host was sort of speaking at the start, he said that at night time, because the skies are so clear, because there's no sort of light pollution, you can often see the stars, so definitely going to come back here at night. He also said that I could fly my drone off the top of here, so I'm going to do that in a bit. Hopefully I can get some good views. And then I think after that, there's some activities you can do in the afternoon, so you can either go swimming or kayaking. Don't really fancy swimming in salty water, so I'm probably going to take up the kayaking option. just finished kayaking. It was actually a lot more tiring than I thought it would be. Now that might be down to the fact that I'm not as fit as I used to be, but yeah, regardless of all of that, it was good fun. It was quite good to get close to like the limestone rocks slash cliffs. I don't know what's the right word for them, but yeah, limestone rocks. Fun fact, there's over 2,000 limestone rocks within the whole of Halong Bay, and of those sort of 2,000, only 40 are uninhabited. And I think tomorrow we're going to go towards like some of the caves and like stuff that have been formed over time in these rocks, so that should be good fun. But first things first, I'm like covered in like salty water, so I want to shower, get changed, and then yeah, get ready for this evening set of activities. I just showered and I feel so much better for it. I feel so refreshed. So at the moment there's two activities happening on the ship. The first activity is a bar that's open on one of the outdoor decks, and it's a bit of a happy hour situation, so if you buy 2 drinks you get the third one for free. If you ask me, that seems like a pretty good deal. And then inside there's cooking classes. We're learning how to make fried spring rolls. Personally, I wasn't a fan of spring rolls before I came to Vietnam, but having tried the local ones, they're actually not too bad, so I feel like I need to give it another chance. But yeah, that should be quite interesting as well. And then there's a buffet dinner to just end the day off, so all great things. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to film. My phone sadly doesn't film that great at dark, so I'll give it a go anyway. But if I don't film much, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I feel like you've got too much. Good morning, it's day 2 of our cruise. The time is currently 5:30 a.m. And now you might be thinking, why am I out so early, especially when I'm on a cruise? Let me tell you. When I was going to bed last night, I was speaking to David, the cruise manager, shout out to David, and we were just talking about like filming and camera equipment and stuff, and I was talking about my drone and how I was able to film some cool shots of Halong Bay earlier in the day, and he suggested to me if I got quite early, around 5:30, I'd be able to get some drone shots of the sunrise. Sadly, as you can see, it's a bit too cloudy to see sunrise properly, but still that doesn't take away from the beauty of the place. Just look at it, it's just so stunning, especially this early morning. It's so quiet, peaceful, that you got a little bit of early morning mist in the distance over there. We've got one last activity to do before we head off the boat later today, and that is to visit the little caves and sort of inlets within these large limestone rocks. So yeah, that should be good fun. And then yeah, sadly it'll be the end of the cruise. I feel like time has flown by already.
At this point, we transferred from the small motorboat onto a wooden boat that were being paddled by the locals. Having struggled to kayak the day before, you can imagine how impressed I was by their strength in paddling these boats. We then approached this narrow opening, which we went through, getting so close to the limestone rock that we could have touched it ourselves. The opening led us into this miniature bay that was surrounded by rocks. After sitting there for a bit and admiring the picturesque view, it was then time to turn around and go back through the opening towards our jetty where our motorboat was anchored.
Just got off sort of the wooden boat we were on. I can't lie, it was a bit underwhelming. The caves weren't as good as I thought they would be. I thought there'd be a lot more to see, but you know, when the rest of the cruise has been great, you can't really complain too much, I guess. We've got about 5 minutes here before we need to head back to the main cruise, so we're going to take in the sights for one last time. we're back on the boat, heading back towards mainland. We've got brunch in about an hour's time, and then it's time to check out, and sadly bring an end to this beautiful Halong Bay cruise. I feel like the cruise is the best way to experience Halong Bay, and then you have a few options. So there's loads of tour companies that operate around this area, as you can probably imagine. I was supposed to originally go on Paloma Cruise, but they had a slight issue with a boat or something, so they transferred me for free to Aero Cruise, who were great. The staff were friendly, super helpful, and it had like a packed itinerary for us. You can also come on cruises for a different amount of days, so you can either do like a day trip, or you can do what we did, which was 2 days and 1 night, or some people do 3 days and 2 nights. I personally think 2 days and 1 night was a little bit on the short side. There wasn't, because we were there for essentially what was 24 hours, from 12 to 12. The itinerary was very packed, so there was very little time for sort of downtime to just sit and just take in the views. So maybe if you're not in a bit of a rush and you have more of a free schedule, then maybe go ahead for the 3 day, 2 nights option. Halong Bay is just so beautiful. Like I said earlier, I think you'd be stupid to come all the way to Vietnam and not do Halong Bay. I mean, I don't know what more I can do to sell these views. It's just staggering, really. But yeah, we're heading back to Hanoi now. We're gonna spend the night there, and then tomorrow we're gonna start heading down south from Vietnam. So make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already for all the videos I'm bringing out on this whole Southeast Asia trip. I hope you guys are doing well. Stay safe, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.